Hi, I'm Belinda, Carli, the Director of the Institute of Personal Care Science, and I get asked quite a bit, how do you create a tear-free shampoo? So one of the things when you're creating a shampoo or any cleansing product for that matter is when you're creating a foaming formula, you really need to use an anionic surfactant for its foaming and cleansing power. You need to pair this with an amphoteric material which greatly improves its mildness and may help build some viscosity. And you need to pair this with at least one non-ionic surfactant or superfatting material so that you further improve the mildness and help stabilize the foam. Sometimes that non-ionic material might be picked to help boost your marketing story or boost the viscosity of the formula as well. So when you're creating a tear-free product, you really need to be selecting very mild anionic surfactants to begin with. Both your amphoteric and non-ionic surfactants are, by their very chemistry, quite mild to the skin and the eyes. So it's your anionic material, the one that does the best cleaning, that can be potentially irritating for the tear or eye area. So if you're going to be creating tear-free formulas, you really need to be picking a sulfur succinate, a fatty acid isethionate, a fatty acid tauride, an alkyl glutamate, or an alkyl sarcosinate. So you'll commonly see materials like disodium lauryl sulfur succinate, a sodium cocoyl isethionate, sodium methyl cocoyl taurate, sodium cocoyl glutamate, or sodium lauryl sarcosinate or sodium cocoyl sarcosinate in tear-free formulas. But it's not just the anionic material that matters for foaming and cleansing effect. You do need to put it with amphoteric agents such as cocoamidopropyl betaine or a hydroxysultaine. Hydroxysultaines are very, very mild amphoteric materials. And these amphoteric substances help improve the mildness of the anionic material whilst also boosting foam. Now, one of the tricky parts about building a foaming formula is actually to build some viscosity into that product. Otherwise, they're just water thin. And consumers look at the viscosity and foam of a surfactant product as a mark of quality. So if it's just too runny or it doesn't foam well, they'll perceive the product doesn't work very well or it's not a good quality, regardless of what you've used. So you need to have a lot of foam, but you also need to build some viscosity into that formulation. And for this reason, your isethionates and your taurides are great to use in tear-free formulas because they're mild, but they also can build viscosity easily with the presence of an amphoteric agent. Now, if you're not sure how that works and how it thickens, please watch my other video on how salt thickens surfactant systems, because combining amphoterics with anionic surfactants has a similar effect without needing to add salt. Another thing when you're creating tear-free formulas is you need to make sure that the pH of the finished product is around 6 to 6.5. So you need to pick materials that will suit that pH, and we do this so that it's compatible with the eye area. If a product is too acidic, it can cause irritation if it gets in the eye. You also need to be careful about any additives you add, any extracts, any fragrances, any essential oils. They again can be irritating to the eye area. So you're best to avoid essential oils in tear-free formulas, and if you're going to add fragrance, work with a fragrance house and tell them you're creating a tear-free product, and they'll be able to provide you with a fragrance that's hypoallergenic and low on irritancy, so that you can make sure that the fragrance isn't going to impact the mildness of your formula and cause potential irritation that you otherwise wouldn't expect. Another material you have to check and select carefully is your preservative. Natural doesn't mean safe. In fact, a lot of natural preservatives need quite a low pH to be effective. So many of the natural or nature identical preservatives aren't suitable in a tear-free formula because we need that pH to be up around 6 to 6.5. And a lot of the preservatives that are suitable in natural products don't suit that pH range. So what you're really looking for is a preservative that you can check with your supplier Is it mild? Have they got any mildness tests to show you that, again, the product will be really mild when it's used around the eye area? So today I'm going to show you a really easy way to create a semi-natural, high-foaming, natural viscosity build formula using anionic, amphoteric and non-ionic materials in the one surfactant mixture. You'll see this is so easy to create that you can then vary it by adding hypoallergenic and low irritancy fragrances from a fragrance house and some mild extracts to alter this formula and make it your own. It's a bit of a one-pot wonder, this material. It contains your isoethanates, your taurides, your cocoamidopropyl betaine and your alkyl glucosides in the one product. So we can just buy one raw material, mix it with water, put in a mild preservative, and then you can add any extras you want to make the formula your own. Let me show you how it's done. This is the product we're going to be making today. Now you can see it's got a lovely viscosity just on its own. I haven't got any gum or any salt in here. It's got that viscosity just from the combination of surfactants in my main material, the Isolux Ultra Mild. As I mentioned, this has got everything already in it. It's sodium lauryl methyl isothanate, cocoamidopropyl betaine, sodium methyl oleoyl taurate, lauryl glucoside and cocoa glucoside. That's already in here in the one product, so you can just get the one raw material from the supplier. You do need to buy it by the drum, but it's relatively cheap and makes your job easy. Now I'm just going to add this straight to the water, which is already measured out. Just contact us for the formula. It's a really simple formula. The material, this Isolux Ultra Mild, is actually doing the job for me. And then I'm just adding a mild preservative, very safe for use even on babies. And I'm just going to mix it. I'm not even using fancy equipment today because this material makes it so easy to create my viscous, tear-free shampoo. It just comes together straight away, just like that. One of the great things about this formula is the way I've created it, and the material itself means that this comes out at 6 to 6.5, so I don't even need to adjust pH. You can of course add fragrances or extracts to that. You can alter the preservative. Just remember, pick your materials carefully if you want to maintain its tear-free status. Now, the supplier of the Isolux Ultra Mild has got the tear-free data for you. If you're going to create your own combinations of surfactants, then you should get appropriate testing conducted to support the claim tear-free. You can't just say your product's tear-free. You do actually need to get some testing conducted to prove that claim. Or you can use this material, which not only contains all of your surfactants in the one bottle, but also comes with that safety data, so you don't have to do additional testing, so long as you're careful about your preservative and your fragrance selection or any extracts you add to maintain that tear-free status. It really couldn't get much simpler than this. And you'll notice that the inky names for those surfactants are quite consumer friendly too. Remember, you can contact us for a copy of this formulation absolutely free. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content, and please leave any questions or comments below. Make sure you subscribe to get notifications about all our videos. I look forward to bringing you some more easy solutions to your formulation problems. This video was created because I was asked for it, so remember to keep asking about topics you'd like to see. It may be a video soon. Happy formulating!